It's playtime, yogis. You'll be able to find this video after in my YouTube channel, Acacia Jade Yoga. Just releasing it today. So you can practice with me later if you don't have time to jump in your hammock now. Here we go. Stand behind your hammock, feet hip distance apart. Reach the arms out wide to the sides and draw the hands together. Thumbs touch at the middle of your chest. Bow your chin and begin to connect with your breathing. On the inhale, feel the lungs expand. The front of the chest, the sides, all the way into the back. And on the exhale, squeeze every last drop of oxygen out. Inhale more into the back body. Exhale with a sigh. Reach the arms up so the thumbs come to the middle of the forehead. And open the hands, fabric on the inside of the elbows. Wrap the hands around, grab onto the fabric, and turn the knuckles into the center. Slowly lower your knees down towards the ground, heels up, arms straight. Hold with the hands, bend the elbows, and pull yourself up without helping with your legs. Bend the knees, straighten the arms, keep the shoulders down. Pull with the arms, try not to use your legs. This is the modified version. Less modified version, bend the knees, sink down, arms nice and straight. Then bend the elbows, pull up. Just a little bit and come down. Press the feet down, pull up more. Eventually one day we do it all the way. Straighten the arms, sink down. Pull up. Yeah. Oh, it's not so easy. Do it again. Pull up and lower the feet down. Open the hands up nice and wide. Reach the arms out to the sides. Restabilize, open your chest. Keep the spine in a neutral position. Then bend the elbows, unwind the arms a little bit higher. Reach the arms up towards the ceiling, palms touch. Open the hands, wrap the arms around, elbows high to the sky. Turn the hands in, double serpent wrap. Watch out for the little flaily parts of your hammock. Hold on with the hands, bend the elbows, and lift your legs up. And slowly, as slow as possible, this is where we build the strength, lower yourself back down to the ground. Still just getting warmed up. Pull with the hands, lift yourself all the way up. Hands come into the shoulders. And slowly, slow, lower the feet down. Again, pull with the arms, lift yourself up. You might notice that you're starting to sweat, I sure am. Lower the feet back down to the ground. Open the hands up, release the fingers, reach the arms up to the ceiling. Bring the upper body through, arms out wide to the sides. The hammock can just gently catch the chest. So for today's sequence, we are working with the hammock about an inch below the pubic bone. If you'd like, you can work with the hammock a bit higher. All depends on your preferences. The head will be a bit further away from the ground once you go upside down if the hammock is higher. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Tuck in the chin. Reach up and grab onto the fabric. The fabric will slide closer to your tummy now. Hold tight with the hands. Roll the knuckles in, the shoulders back, lift your chest. Roll the shoulders in, try and keep the arms straight, and bring your forehead close to the legs. Again, roll the shoulders out, lift your chest, lift up. Roll the shoulders in, lower your head down. You might do this with bent knees. External rotation of the shoulders, internal rotation of the shoulders as you lower down. Bend both of the knees, slide the hands down, grab the fabric, pull it in just underneath your hip bones. Hold tight with the hands, straighten your legs, swing forward, and separate the feet hip distance apart. You need more stability. Arms out wide to the sides. Strengthen the core. Try to avoid doing a back bend. Keep the body nice and strong. Remember, hollow body, where the belly goes in towards the spine and the rib cage closes down. And the hands will stay out wide, or you can lower the hands to the ground. Take the legs wide at first. Whee, fly. Lost one of my hips. The hammock is below the hip bones. If you notice that the hammock slides up and you feel uneven, make your little adjustments. You can move the arms for a bit of extra stability. Lower the hands down to the ground. Nice strong core. Point through the toes. Press down with the hands, round the upper back. Then try and drag the hands closer to the feet. This will shift the body weight a bit further forward. The arms are strong. Pits of the elbows turned in. And bend both of your knees. Pull the knees in close to the body. Lower the feet down to the ground. Straighten both of the legs, or at least lower the heels with bent knees if you need to modify. Head down towards the ground. Tuck in the chin to the chest. Round up nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, reach the arms up. Keep the elbows high. Double serpent wrap. Grab onto the fabric with both hands. Small step forward to be directly underneath your fabric. Bend the elbows, pull yourself up. If you'd like to go further, knees into the chest. Press the hands back and hold in a little ball. So good to be upside down. Bend the elbows, lift yourself up. Bring the knees inside of the fabric if possible. Sit yourself back down. Hands to heart center. Catch your breath. Playtime is good. Reach up, grab onto the fabric with both hands. Press down with the tops of your feet and lift your hips. Really strengthen the legs. Angle the knees toward the ground. Pelvis comes slightly forward. It's a little bit of a modified camel. Lift your chest. Pull with the hands. Remove any compression in your lower back. Strengthen the front side of the body. So we want even tension with compression. Tension all the way along the front side of the body. Core in. And bend the knees. Sit your bum down. Hands come all the way through to the front of the fabric. Palms gently touch. Press out with the elbows and keep the body weight slightly back. Grab onto the fabric again. Arms up nice and high. Bring one leg out. Point through the toes and straighten the leg. Thighs stay connected. Heel on top, underneath of your left bum cheek. Right foot to the ground. Straighten your right leg and bring the hands to heart center. Straighten the left leg behind you. We're still just warming up the body. Lower the left hip down so both hips stay parallel. Reach the crown of the head forward. Keep the core strong. Bend your right knee. And straighten the right leg. Now if your hammock is higher, this next part might be a little bit trickier. Bend your right knee. That makes the left leg go higher, the higher the hammock is. And straighten your right leg. Last one, bend the right knee. Lower the left hand down towards the ground on the inside of the foot. Press down with the right hand, gently twist, gaze up to the ceiling. Send the energy through your left leg. Try not to forget about what's behind you. The past is what makes us who we are. And lower both hands down to the ground. Handstand practice. Bend the right knee into your chest. Then place your right foot into the fabric alongside your left. Shoulders over top of the wrist. Lift your butt up. Come into a pike. Whee! Too far forward. Feet came down towards the ground. We'll get it on the other side. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. And tuck in the chin to the chest. Roll all the way up. Yoga practice, not yoga perfect, right? Small step forward, arms up to the ceiling. Wrap the hands around, double serpent wrap. Hold tight with the hands. Pull up, bend the elbows in, knees to the chest, and roll back. Catch the fabric with your feet with a small flex. If you notice that you'll miss your fabric. Hang upside down. Suck in the tummy, hold this for as long as you choose, but come out before it gets too slippery. Bend, roll, knees inside of the fabric. Unwind the arms, hands through to heart center. Reach the hands up, grab onto the fabric. Lean into your right foot, bend the left knee to the chest. And straighten the left leg out in front of you, thighs come together. You might even find a little bit of balance here. Oh, maybe not today. Lower the left foot down towards the ground. Straighten the left leg, extend your right leg back behind you. If it's too much for the shoulders, you can let go of the fabric with both hands. Reach the crown of your head forward. Suck in the belly, shift the body weight into the front of your left foot. Hips stay level to the ground, spine in its natural curve, and hands to heart center. Bend the left knee. Wake up your butt. Yoga gives us lots of benefits. One of the benefits is clarity of mind, feelings of being more grounded. Another wonderful benefit is a nice tight butt. More of a consequence of the practice. And straighten the leg, little twist. Bend the left knee, drop the right hand down. Left hand on top of the thigh, twist and gaze up to the ceiling. Suck in the tummy. And to correct our error from the other side, walk the hands a bit further forward. The hammock is low today, so the hands need to go forward to remain inside of the fabric. And foot into the fabric so that the ankle is connected, feet are connected. Press down with the hands. I hope I'm far enough forward now. Lift the hips up. Yes, there we go. Feet are a bit low, it makes it harder. Hips go directly over top of the wrists and eventually over top of the fingertips. Strong arms, you might look back. Then lower your hips back into the same position. One more time, handstand practice just for fun. Lift your hips up super high. Shift really far forward into the tips of the fingertips until it feels like you might fall, but the hammock will catch you. Then we'll flex the feet, lift the bum up, and wiggle the feet down. Feet towards the floor. Roll your hands in. Tuck in the chin. Forward fold. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And we're opening up into the back line of the body in this pose. You can let the head hang. You might nod the head, yes. Shake it, no. And tuck in the chin to the chest. Round yourself up. Engage the core as you round up. Shift the body weight forward into the front of the feet. And we'll do it again. Inhale, reach the arms up. Keep the elbows high, bend the arms, wrap the arms around, and grab onto the fabric in a double serpent wrap. My little tails are in my way today. Big toes together, bend the knees, pull yourself up. This time knees come through. Whee. Let go of my foot fabric. And you're upside down again. Straighten the legs towards the ceiling. Hollow body here as well. So it's almost as if there's a slight rounding in your lower back, which will, for most people, bring you into the natural curves of your spine. Play with the balance. Squeeze the arms into the body to make it a little bit easier. Then fold at the waist, toes point towards the ground. Skin the cat, bring your feet closer to the floor. Lift it up, oh, all the way to the center. Slowly fold. Lower the fabric down towards your upper shoulders. Bring the legs towards the inside of the fabric. Straighten the legs and release the hands. Palms turn up towards the ceiling. Core strong and steady. And just gently breathe. And grab onto the fabric with both hands. Lower the bum a bit closer to the ground. Look up towards the front. A little bit of Pilates inspired pulses. Pulse the hands. You can choose as many pulses as you'd like. Try and link your movement with your breath. And grab on with the hands. Lift your feet up towards the ceiling. Point the toes, fold at the waist, and lower the feet down. Open the feet wide. Relax the hands, tuck in the chin. Gentle forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up to the sky. Grab onto the fabric and place the fabric on your sacrum. Bend the knees, lean back, hold the fabric in the front of the hip bones. Open the legs wide to the side. Head down towards the ground. Hopefully you've set it up so that your head is not touching. Keep the length in the spine. My bun's cleaning the floor. And soles of the feet come together. Reach the arms out in front of you. You can tuck the chin to come forward. Crawl the arms as close to the front as possible. Keep the shoulders pulled into their sockets, soles of the feet touching. If it feels good, you can shift your hips a little bit side to side. You can allow the shoulders to drop one side then the other as well. And find static position. Avoid the urge to drop the head all the way down to the ground. Keep the length in your neck. Walk both hands over towards the left side. Right hand on top of the left. Side body stretch on the right side. So the right hip goes back. Left hip moves forward. And shift a few times. Find the sweet spot. The place where you get the most juicy stretch for your body. And switch to the other side. All the way to the center. Over to the other side, straighten the arms. It's okay to be a bit of a stretch sucker here, where you find that place where it feels really good, and then you can go, ah. And bring the hands back to the center. Press the hands down to the ground. We'll do a little back bend. Straighten the arms, lift your chest. Point your toes towards each other. If you'd like to go further, tuck in. The elbows might ground down. If you're higher, the elbows won't touch. Bring the knees together. Double knee hook, toes point through. Then use the strength of the arms, straighten, lift up for a scorpion. Toes press towards the body, try and keep the knees in. You can play a little bit with going further forward into the hands, which is closer to the actual feeling of a scorpion. Unfortunately, the hips are quite far back in the hammock, so we won't get exactly the sensation. You can take the hands further back for a little bit more of that same scorpion feeling. There it is. Knees come together. Press with the tips of the fingers. Then bend the arms, soles of the feet touch. Grab onto the fabric with both hands. Open the legs out wide to the sides. Bring the toes up towards the ceiling. It's a moment of pause in both. Keep the hands nice and tight. Fold at the waist, look at the ground. Where you look, the body will follow. Feet touch. Separate the feet, relax the head, and feel grounded. When we spend a lot of time up in the air, it's really important to come back to the earth. Take a deep breath in. Slow exhale out. Feel the texture of your mat or the floor underneath you. Feel the heart beating in your chest. When we tap into the physical sensations, the grounding comes easier. And tuck in the chin, round the body all the way up. Reach the arms towards the ceiling and sit into your fabric. Point the toes out in front of you. Not too much more today, guys. Arms nice and high, lean back, let the fabric slide down behind your thighs. A little bit low, close to the knees. Bend the left knee into the chest. Place your left ankle on top of your right thigh. Suck the tummy in, stretch into the hip. Lift the knee up, back to the center, and take your left knee through. Side body stretch to the left, gaze over to your right, swing the leg to the right. Leg back towards the center. Straighten the left leg in the fabric and switch sides. Take a break if you need it with your hands. Bend your right knee into the chest. Flex the right foot, place the right thigh on top of the fabric. Hips remain level. You can dip your bum, maybe flex the left foot. Lift up, point through the toes, bend the knee into the chest. Left leg goes to the left, side body to the right. Keep the core strong. Underneath the armpit and back to the center. Legs out in front. Lift yourself up, sit into the fabric. Toes angled to the ground, just to get the fabric to slide up higher. Arms out wide to the sides. And bend both of the legs, whoop, feet touch down. Straighten the legs, stand up. Arms out wide, tuck in your chin. Angle all the way down, roll the shoulders in. Finishing sequence. One last hang with double serpent wrap, then into some restorative postures inside the hammock. Tuck in the chin to the chest, round up nice and slow. Reach the arms up to the ceiling. This time we'll go from the front, arms wide, double serpent wrap. Hands in nice and close to the eyes. Pull with the arms, lift up all the way. Both of the legs up towards the ceiling. Bend the right knee into your chest. Take the left leg back behind you. Now look towards the front of the room. Then both knees bend in. Straighten the legs, lower the feet down. Open, back to the center. Reach the arms up high to the sky. Double serpent wrap. Hold tight with the hands. Whoop. Hands are a little bit too high, pardon me. Hands close to the eyes. Lift yourself up, bend the knees. Straighten the legs up to the ceiling. Bend the left knee to the chest. Stay focused, right leg comes forward. If you start to slip, come out. Look towards the front. Then bend the knee in. Roll, feet down. Bend, open. The lower your hammock is, this also makes the shoulder roll a little easier. Inhale, reach the arms up. Slowly, with awareness, step forward, open up your hammock. Grab onto the edge of the hammock. Feet hip distance apart. Lift the heels up and roll some of the hammock into the hands. Bend the knees, sit down. Pull the hammock behind your thighs, behind your knees. There's a big piece of fabric still behind you. Lean backwards, Place your head and your shoulders into the fabric. Arms up over top of your head. And bend one leg at a time. Place the feet inside of the fabric. Soles of the feet together, knees wide into our butterfly pose. The hammock tends to make it a little bit harder to open the legs. You might feel less of a stretch here. Just rely on the fabric, rely on the hammock. The hammock will help you to find the correct position for your body. So rather than trying to push and stretch and create a shape, just allow your body to soften. Rest. And be. You can bend the elbows if it feels good for you. Otherwise, the arms extend straight back. Sorry, with live, I can't give you a different view of this pose. And straighten both of the legs out to the front. If you're sweaty, your feet are a little bit sticky in the hammock, just bicycle the legs until the legs become straight. Feet to the left, hands toward the left, stretch into the right side of the body. And bring the hands and the feet back to the center. Hands to the right, feet towards the right, stretch into the opposite side of your body. Breathe into what you're feeling. And enjoy it. We come to the practice to enjoy rather than to suffer. If you notice suffering, stop what you're doing and back off a little bit. And bring the legs back to the center. And bend the elbows. Relax everything. Cocoon. If you would like, you can stay in cocoon for, well, as long as you choose, basically. For the sake of the live video, I'll come out a little early, bend the knees into the chest to come out, release the feet from the fabric, use a little help from the arms, open the arms wide and sit up.